Okay, so if you were on TashaKLive.com Wednesday, all right, we unveiled a story that's been going viral, all right? And I love how we unveil stuff and then everybody else want to pick it up. Like, everybody else picked up the Stephon Diggs and pre-story. They just be watching me. And then they say they don't watch us. Anyway, so we're picking up the story of Maybach May and Saweetie, and Maybach May going off on Saweetie, publicly saying she wants the money that she's owed. She's responsible for Saweetie and this new soccer player that she's dating, which means Saweetie is eating off of the soccer player's contract, okay? Now, Maybach May at the bottom and her husband, I heard her husband is like the brother to some basketball player or football player. All I know is they fly private and everything like that. They got some money. You know what I'm saying? And so she said she balled on Saweetie, took her around to countries she's never been to before. You know what I'm saying? Introduced her to men that she would have never gotten, near. And there is a finder's fee that she needs for introducing them. Okay? And so, Jasmine, we got some pictures of the encounters? Or we didn't put those in there? Those are on TashaKLive.com. What you got to show them real quick? Hold on for a second. No, you ain't got to grab it right now. It's okay. It's okay. But here's the thing. So this is a really quick story because we're just here to give an update. So I did reach out to Maybach Mays, the alleged madam down here. She's right here, okay? And her husband, because I was trying to figure out, I was like, what is a married woman doing taking single women around to meet married men? Or how does, I'm not saying she's taking them around to meet. I'm just saying, well, how does she know that Saweetie is sleeping with married men? I mean, we know that, right? We know we named a couple. All of that is on TashaKLive.com. But how does she know that? Because me as a wife, I don't hang out with women who do stuff like that. So I was just trying to figure out the nature of their relationship, her and her husband, and what type of shit they got going on here. You know what I'm saying? That they got it to fly women around to different countries and introduce them to wealthy and affluent men. And so, I asked her, I got in a DM. I was like, yo, hey, you want to do an interview? She said she can't right now because Saweetie has threatened to sue. Okay, so Saweetie came out and said, hold on for a second, let me get her a little reply and everything like that. Saweetie says, because it's been going around that she's an escort. She did date Lil Baby, Quavo, allegedly Offset. Okay, Offset has since denied that. Okay, and then she says the recent allegations made about me are false, defamatory, and deeply disturbing. These claims misrepresent the facts and are solely aimed to damage my reputation. This person never managed me. She was simply introduced to me by family. Her motives are now obvious. I'll let the lawyers take it from here, okay? And so we reached out to Maybach Mays and we asked her for an interview. Of course, we want to go straight to the horse's mouth, okay? And she goes, I can't talk right now. She goes, I'm with my lawyer. So I asked her because there's another story floating around. So Saweetie is saying it wasn't like that. Maybach Mays is saying, well, she didn't quite say she wasn't a madam. She just said, I just want my money from Saweetie. No, she said she wasn't a madam to Ruby Rose because Ruby Rose is now being... she's on the same soccer fields and her and Maybach Mays is connected. And so people are alleging that Ruby Rose is now selling pussy to affluent men. Okay. And so I asked Maybach, she said, no, Ruby Rose is not. And I figured the only reason she's saying no, that Ruby Rose is not is because Ruby is probably up to date on her payments. So she is not going to shit where she eats. She just want her money from Saweetie. She said, I introduced you to that little boy. Pay me. What are the winos saying in the comments? It's Christmas time. They got to get gifts, okay? They got to be showing cars and everything off. All I know is that Maybach said, I need my money back. Now, Jasmine, do you have the other picture? Now, in other news, okay, when it comes to Maybach Mays, interesting enough, now after we said that she's being alleged to have to put the girls in contact with affluent men like Saweetie and, Ruby Rose, she posted this to her story today. Take a look at it. This what Maybach Mays, the alleged madam, posted to her story today. I said, And y'all was a troll, right? Remember y'all was like, oh, she trolling. She trolling. Now the alleged madam is going viral for now being in public with Saweetie, calling out Saweetie for not paying her for these interactions and taking her around the world until she met somebody that is now dating her. I remember seeing a video of Saweetie, and she was in a side room, not a press room, because you know how they have press rooms in stadiums where the ball players and stuff play? She was in a side room, and the players, before they entered the field, entered the room to introduce themselves to her. It was the most disturbing video I had ever seen because she just came in there, hi. Her makeup was patted on, like caked on, baby hairs flipped up, you know what I'm saying? Hi, sweetie, how you doing? You know, she done had them braces in her mouth forever. Forever. Spit lines and everything. How you doing? Hey, hi, sweetie. Every single player came through there and they was like, yeah, how you doing? Good, good. You could tell it was meant for her to meet someone that day. But they said no, and so she had to go into the soccer field. And just put up that one picture of Maybach Mays and Saweetie on the soccer field. When she was holding the jersey for the little boy, and you know, she was cheering on her man, and Maybach Mays was behind her like, I need my money, bitch. I need my money. Okay, so that's Maybach Mays. This is the madam, allegedly. This is the soccer player. She's standing behind Saweetie. And then we're going to get the picture of Saweetie. And that was when they met. And you can see Maybach Mays in the back. You can see Saweetie and the soccer player. And she said, I was responsible for that hookup. I need my money, bitch. But y'all said Summer Walker was trolling, remember? You said, Tasha, you just hating. She was trolling. And why would the alleged madam post a picture of this? We know Summer Walker ain't in no places where you meet men like this. Y'all gotta buy their records. Please. Please buy their records, y'all. They wouldn't have to do this. True story. I was 37, pregnant, and my ass was on a walker. Why? He took all my damn vitamin D. Now, even though I was taking a prenatal, he took that too, and I was breastfeeding, and he took more. I didn't find out until 3 years later that my vitamin D was so low. I took a test. Here's the test. And as you can see, severely so low in vitamin D3 that they had to supplement me 50,000 IUs, my doctor, okay, at 40 years old. I couldn't walk from my office to my house, which was across the street. I had to wear thick sole shoes just to ease up the pain on my feet. Would have known it would have been a simple vitamin deficiency. And so for that reason, I keep me some vitamin D3. Why? Because it helps the body to absorb calcium to support the immune system so that the immune system won't cause inflammation, which will cause pain. And so this is the one that I particularly use, which is 10,000 IUs. It is flavored. I love that it has vitamin C here. You don't need to take it every day. I would suggest that you do talk to your doctor. You may need a test. Hop on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off this very potent vitamin D3, okay?